Japanese poet Matsuo Basho was born in 1664 and is one of the greatest Japanese poets of all time. His development of the haiku has had a massive impact on Japanese poetry forever. His attachment to his nature and his history is what impacted his poetry form. He wanted people who followed him and loved his poetry to have a deep connect with their history and who they are. Though he was born in 1664, he looked more into his history from about 300 years before to try and bring that into relevance into the poetry of his time. He focused a lot on Zen philosophy, which allowed him to connect more with himself and maintain his authenticity.
In Kyoto, because Basho bring the popularity of poetry, Kyoto citizens commemorate him in the annual poetry festival and the New Year, which the activity during the period called poem boxing. Bout consists of one round in which contestants are allowed 3 minutes to recite a Basho poem. Some poetry lover and citizens of Kyoto commemorate Basho poem by writing poem at temple in Kyoto during Spring Festival. Nearly every Japanese can recite at least one of Basho poem. For many citizens, Basho is the first writer that kids study in school. In Kyoto, many temple couplets and pillars are engraved with Basho poems about the season. Many of his writings are still preserved in the Kyoto Historical Temple. Japanese fan has become an important highlight of Japanese nation culture. Most of fan in Kyoto are engraved with Basho verses. Also, pottery in Kyoto is also a feature of the city. For example, yaki. In most of yaki, beside Japanese animal, there are also poems from Basho. Every year, those pottery were sold to tourists in July Kyoto Pottery Festival to publicize and commemorate the pottery culture that he brought.